Hello everyone, my name is Phúc and today I'm going to talk to read the story material to produce. In this story, I will be reading the first part of the story and the seventh part of the story. Let's start with the first part, the first materials, flint and fur. People made the first tools from a stone called flint. They used the flints in their hands or they fixed them to pieces of wood or animal bones. People use flint tools to cut wood and to hunt animals. In cold countries, they use animal fur to make clothes and shoes. Wood and plants. People use wood and plants to make shelter, simple places to sleep in. They cut wood from trees to make the shape of the shelter. Then they use other plants to make the roof and the walls. Some people still make homes like this today. People use grass to make threads. They push the threads over and under over threads to make clothes and bed. This is called weaving. They also make baskets by weaving thin sticks. Baskets are great for carrying food and catching fish. Clay. About 10,000 years ago, people mixed sand and grass with a type of soil called clay to make a material called adobe. They put the adobe into molds and left it to dry. Adobe becomes very hard in the sun. People used adobe bricks to build the first houses. In many hot countries, people still build adobe houses. People also learned how to make shapes from clay. They put the clay shapes into fire to make pottery. Pottery can hold water, so it's great for cooking and keeping food. Some rocks have metals in them. About 8,500 years ago, people discovered how to use a process called smelting to get metals out of rocks. The first metals, like gold, were very soft. Then people mixed two metals together to make a hard metal called bronze. They used bronze to make tools and weapons. Later, they used another metal called iron. Stone. About 5,000 years ago, people started to live in big towns. They built stone walls around their towns. They also used stones to make buildings like temples and palaces. Stone is waterproof and much stronger than adobe. Next is the seventh part, finding materials. Seeing under the ground. We find different minerals in different types of rocks. People called geologists study different rocks to find minerals in them. They also study rivers and oceans to see what minerals are in the water. Other scientists use machines to measure how electricity and radio signals go through different rocks in the ground. They also use trucks that hit the ground and then machines measure how the ground moves. This tells them about the rock and minerals under the ground. Machines called drills make holes in the ground and collect small pieces of rock. Geologists study the rock to look for minerals. People also use drills to take oil from the ground. They make holes called oil wells and they use pumps to take liquid oil from the ground. People use oil platforms to get oil from under the ocean. Some platforms stand on big legs under the water. It's difficult to get the oil because the water is very deep and the weather can be bad too. Mines. Ompicats mines are big holes in the ground. Huge digging machines take the rock from the mines. Sometimes people use dangerous chemicals called explosives to break the rocks. Underground mines have tunnels deep under the ground. Miners work in the tunnels and cut the rock. It's very dangerous work because rocks can fall. and water or gas can get into the tunnels. Water and soil. Salt is a mineral that we use for cooking and lots of other things. People can get salt by putting seawater into pools. When it's sunny, the water evaporates, but the salt stays in the pool. Later, people collect the salt. In some places, there are gems or minerals in the soil. People use water to get them out of the soil. To find gold, people put soil into a round object called a pan. When they wash the pan with water, the grains of gold go to the bottom of the pan. And that is the end of my reading. Thank you for listening.